Captain. Error name 1004. Just resubscribed. Continuing duty as Spaceman First Class, Evining.
Good morning, spacemen! Good morning to Space Operations Delta. I forgot my mouse. Hello. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Ooh, coffee. Welcome to Captain's Coffee Table. At another... Well, finally it is a... Oh, wait. Door was not closed. Finally, it is a sunny Sunday afternoon here, at least. And my mousepad is dirty. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Aeroname. Evening. Thank you so much, Aeroname, for 4 months. Continuous support. Thank you so much. Why are we losing frames? I know why we're losing frames. Give me a second. Back. I know why we lost some frames. My wife was uploading her YouTube stuff. AKA the Admiral is uploading her YouTube stuff. But I just cancelled it. Let's see if that has got some if that will lead to some issues with the Admiral later. But I don't think so. Commander Arthur Omen, or should I say Art for Life, welcome on board. Welcome back. Zoidster, welcome on board. So today, first Captain's Coffee Table, where I finally wrote into the title what we're gonna do today. You don't need to stay in there. Well, seems like I need to do for the next time Captain's Fitness Table. Yeah. Situation left me with no proper exercise lately. But that's a different story. Today we're going to talk about some other stories, like for example Astraea and Elite Dangerous and Egosoft's podcast. When is the new Terran Start episode going to be on YouTube? It's running right now. It's still running. The premiere is going on at the moment, day 11. I was a little bit late to finish it, and it's still running an hour. Yeah, it's running right now. So if you wait for an hour, then you don't need to watch the premiere, but you can then swipe through this like a normal YouTube video. So this takes just an hour longer. Kalen, welcome on board.
Captain. DR4 Gonson 1P3R. Just subscribed. Welcome to the new Spaceman.
Welcome to the new Spaceman. Thank you so much, Dragon Sniper. Although Matthew cannot read your name, but the captain is able to read your name. Matthew is our beloved computer voice, and Jeffrey is our emote spaceman. Just so that you know. Thank you so much for joining Space Operations Delta. Although, just following, when was that? Today? Yesterday? I read your name Dragon Sniper. Yes, 4 days ago. Thank you so much for subscribing with Prime, although just following for 4 days. Thank you so much. Good current time of day to you.
Captain,
thank you.
Spink Sickles just resubscribed. Promotion to Spaceman First Class. Hello, sir.
Promotion to Spaceman First Class. Thank you so much, Spink Sickles. Welcome on board, and congratulations for the promotion to Spaceman First Class. Nice to have such a skilled crew already. Thank you so much, Spink Sickles. Well, that's nice. Yeah, today we have 3 different topics to talk about. First one is laying here. Some of you already saw whatever I'm talking about. Some of you may already know what Astraea is. Some of you maybe heard of it today in YouTube for the first time. Promotion, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now you got 2 stripes. 2 stripes. All right. Let me get my screen in here. There we go. Just so that the YouTube premieres was going through the Xenon accident that we had. Well. So, I think I will just talk about Astraea as like for a YouTube video, because I will do a YouTube video about it. So I will give you some insights today, a little bit, just a sneak preview. First of all, I want to say that we're doing the scary stream next week. So !goal will give you the goal that we had for this month. You can see there is a red bar which indicates goal complete, and this goal contained of a scary stream. So I'm doing a scary stream this month, and yeah, okay, I didn't. Okay, good. And the scary stream will take place on Sunday. And we do it a little bit longer than usual. So Sunday we'll be streaming from 1 p.m. Central European Time, which is 1 p.m. Central European Time is 7 a.m. Eastern. So it will be a very early stream for you US folks out there. And it will be a late stream for New Zealand and Australia. I know that there are also some viewers from there, or some crewmen even. So this will be an evening stream for Australia and New Zealand, and Japan. There are even some from Japan. And a morning stream for US folks, and a noon stream for Europe. But of course we will play longer than just for a few hours. That's why I start early. And we'll be playing at least 9 hours, with a small break in between. After 4 hours, I think I will do a small break. 20 to 30 minutes, just to fill up the batteries. And then we're moving on. So it will be a morning to late noon stream for US. It will be a evening to late night stream for Australia and New Zealand, and it will be a noon to evening stream for Europe. Mr. Head was nice. You're an Inter fan. Oh well, nice. I was once in San Siro. I visited San Siro. Very nice stadium. Very cool. A little bit old when I was there. It looked a little bit old, but massive. Very cool. San Siro, yes. The lockers from Inter and AC. Really great. Love the special long stream. We'll will be again a stream for everyone. I really like to do this occasionally, to do a longer stream so that I can provide some time for everyone around the globe. And I think with 8 hours we're doing a, or 8 to 9 hours we're doing a stream which is catchable for everyone. This is especially good because I know that there are some people that are always thankful if they can catch it. So yeah. Yeah. We do that. Champions of Italy. I'm glad that Inter catch themselves again, and is coming back to its old glory. I would like to say that about some German football clubs too. We have some of the most known football clubs next year in the second division. Like for example, Schalke, Werder Bremen, Hamburg. They're all playing second division next year. Oh god. Oh my god. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, you know what, Mr. Headwalls? At least my team is the cup winner in Germany. We won the German Cup. Heavenly Hands, welcome on board. Welcome. Yeah, so that's enough about football. Yeah, that was an interesting week to follow football. I guess not only in Italy but also in Germany. That was interesting. My favorite team, Borussia Dortmund. We had some very good fights with Inter. I remember these old battles that we had in the Champions League with Inter. Oh yeah. There wasn't too many, but we had very good matches. Very good matches against each other. Maybe next year again. Who knows? Inter against BVB. Who knows? Dum. Why? So today let's talk about Astraea. I will do this in a little bit of a YouTube style, okay? Yeah, thank you so much. Black and yellow, exactly. Thank you so much. I want to do it a little bit more YouTube style because I will upload it to YouTube so that you can then take a look on YouTube, and therefore I actually want to have some good songs. Oh, I like that one. Good. Let's talk about Astraea. Maybe some of you already heard about it. Astraea is a novel I'm writing. It's about a ship which is called Space Navy Ship Astraea, in short SNS Astraea, and it takes place in the universe of Space Operations Delta. So Space Operations Delta is a part of the Space Navy, and it all happens in the 23rd century. So this is basically sci-fi. It's not the typical sci-fi, so I'm not thinking about something that is physical, or I'm not thinking about something that is possible in a physical way, but I'm more thinking about something that is possible in a logical way. So this is not based on science, but it will be kind of a mix of science and fantasy. Kind of like, I'm always saying this is kind of like Star Trek, and I'm writing short stories about Astraea throughout this year. It starts with the first story, and every single story will be will have a plot that starts and ends in one of these short stories. Overall, we will have a underlying plot that will always continue to grow with whatever the Astraea is facing, whatever the crew is facing, and this underlying plot will eventually then work out till the end of the season. I'm talking about seasons because I'm thinking about doing this in a way of seasons. Every single year should be a season, and every single year is divided in 12 episodes for every single month. That way, what I'm trying to tell you is that Astraea will have a short story every single month. Releasing the first one June the 1st on exactly 0001 military time Central European. That means, for example, in the US, you will get it earlier. You will get it on May the 31st at late evening, or in Australia, you will get it in the early mornings. This will be available on my website. The website is spaceoperationsdelta.com, and on this website, you will be able to download the episodes for free. Every single episode will be available for free throughout the year, and this will be 12 free episodes that you can download and read, share with your friends, share with other people. You're completely free. You will see the disclaimer actually gives you the right to share this. And I have done something for myself to just keep it in hands, and this is the first iteration of printed of the printed story. So I just printed it on my printer at home, cut it into a paperback kind of size, just to keep it in or just to hold it in my hands. And the first site will have the disclaimer at the back, and the disclaimer says, all rights reserved, no part of this book may be used or reproduced in any manner without written permission of the copyright owner, that's me, except for the use of brief quotations for review. That's the first. However, you may transmit this particular story in its original form electronically to as many people as you like without changing its content and without charging a fee. The electronic form of this story is free of charge. Any other medium will have different rights disclaimed. What do I mean by any other medium? Well, there will be also an audiobook. I will voice every single episode as an audiobook. I will start very simply by reading out the story, maybe adding one or two songs, maybe adding one or two sound effects, not too much, but I will also develop a skill to make it more enjoyable in the future. And by doing so, I hope that this audiobook also develops into something that is really cool to listen. Not only that, but also I'm writing this story completely in English. English is not my native language, but that's why I always let someone proofread that, so that the story is at its best quality for you to read it. And please keep in mind that, as I said, I'm not an English native speaker, so that way some things could maybe be a little bit different than what a native speaker would have written. But I will do my best to give you the story and the feeling and everything that I feel to share with you as this complete universe and story develops through its own. Developing is a good part because I'm doing this type of story a little bit on the go. So I said that there is an underlying plot. This underlying plot is already written out, or at least it's kind of it manifested itself already in my mind. The story stands. Every single short story inside this plot will also have an underlying plot, which is also like fixed. But in the process of writing, I really like to do it as if I would have been inside of the story and I'm experiencing it alongside the characters that I'm writing for, and I'm trying to do the reactions and the engagement into the story as if I would do it, kind of like living in the story myself. So I can't really tell you now what's going to happen. This is very interesting, not only for you, I hope, but also for me as a writer. Very interesting because every single time when I sit down, I write the story a little bit longer. There are things happening in my mind. I get ideas. I see, is that possible? Can I do this? Do the characters go that way? How would the characters react in this kind of situations? So every single character has got also its own little background story, so I can imagine how they would operate in this kinds of situations. If it is a scary situation, if it is a tense situation, if it is a new and fascinating situation, whatever. I hope that these characters react the way that they feel believable. Yeah. The story itself, like I said, is based in the 23rd century, and humanity is experiencing space. It's kind of like the way that The Expanse did it, with the solar system as the first starting point for humanity to go in space. A little bit further than The Expanse did, so the complete solar system is basically our playground. It's not only like the 3 places that, for example, The Expanse has. I'm referring to these kind of shows because I guess a lot of you already know about them, and that way you can get a feel of how this story should behave. So it's a little bit more expanded than The Expanse, although The Expanse is already expanded and whatever. And humanity will have the complete solar system to be able to fly there. I got already some questions about how much in depth I want to go with the story, and I can tell you that starting with episode 1, it's very hard to go too much in depth with too many things, because you not only have a complete you do not only have a complete new universe, solar system, we know it, but it's still a new universe. You have new tech which you need to get used to. You do have new people, you have the whole crew that you need to learn of. So I'm not going to tell you about every single person already in the first episode. I will not tell you everything about every single tech already in this first episode, but I will definitely give you enough information to understand whatever is going on. And that's the way where the story will advance to. I will give you more and more information about things, how the ship works, how the people are, about the background of the people, and this will just develop itself and you get used to it. You get more and more information where maybe you ask yourself at the start, why is he always referring to these kind of things? What is happening with this person? Why is she or he like that? I will hopefully make that clear in later episodes when, for example, this person has got a bigger role than it has at the start or throughout throughout the story. The same with tech. There are some very cool new technologies that developed is too much, but that I had in my mind, which could be very cool. There is one particular tech, which is a weapon technology that is completely new. I've never seen this before. I'm watching a lot of science fiction. I'm not reading too much, but I think that nobody has done it in that way before. So this is also a completely new technology that you will be experiencing, and I hope that your imagination will drive this technology in through a lot of useful and a lot of threatening and cool possibilities that we'll be experiencing throughout this story. This will be very, very nice. Yeah. So that's about it. First episode will have let me see. First episode will have 19 pages. 19 pages. It's a short story, like I said, so don't expect too much in depth. But it will go in depth as much as I can. There will not only be, of course, talking about people and talking about technology and whatever. You have to start with a storyline already, so there is not too much room left for storyline and going too much into detail. That's why episode 1 was not only hard to write in a kind of way that I do not go too much into detail, but also going back to the story as much as I can and give you a very cool, I hope a very cool starting point throughout this entire storyline that will come. I hope that you enjoy Astraea when it comes out. Like I said, it will come out June the 1st. It will be automatically available at the website spaceoperationsdelta.com. So be sure to check that at June 1st and download it for free there. It's already scheduled. I don't have to do anything else. So this is fixed. This is a fixed date. And the audiobook will be made next week. Next week I will put a lot of time into making this audiobook and making it enjoyable and also a very cool experience for you, I hope. This will be available minimum on YouTube. The other platforms I don't know yet. I do it through Anchor. Anchor is a podcast app that puts it to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and all the stuff that you know, or maybe even don't know. And yeah, so this will be also available. I don't know if it will be available on June the 1st, if I will be ready then, but definitely in the first week of June. Yeah. So this is everything about Astraea. I hope you like it and I hope you will enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching that, and we'll see us again on twitch.tv/Captain Collins. Thank you so much. So this is everything that I need to do for YouTube. I hope that you like whatever you just heard. This was more like a monologue for YouTube. So now we're going back to the Twitch mode and we're going to make some coffee. How about that? Whew. Wow, that was. I'm nervous to talk about this, but because this seems just like, oh man, you're just writing a short story. But I told it today on YouTube that you know what would be great. You know what would be extremely great? Hey Lars, by the way. Hey Beats, welcome on board. Space Dragons, I don't think so. Hey Dutch, welcome on board. Hello Dutch on your phone. Songs in the audiobook? Yes. Songs. It would be amazing to have specific songs exclusively for this story, but as it is just the start, I can't afford it. Like I'm telling you how it is. I can't afford doing everything at the start. This will be for free, of course, but it will also have a thing at the background. Let me just switch that really quick. This here. Oops. Oh, that was the wrong one. Not horizontally, but vertically. There you are. Now you can read this here. By the way, merch store. I can show you that fan art. Can you read it? There will be a place for fan art. You can send it over to a email address which I exclusively made for fan art, and which I hope that some of you maybe are interested in. There is also written that if you send me some fan art, you give me permission to also put it into the next episodes, upcoming episodes. So This could be very cool. Of course, you will be credited. Maybe I should change that you will be also credited. Of course, you will be credited. I mean, that's of course. And there's also like some ways to support voluntarily. That's the way how I do this project. Nobody has to pay anything for that. I would be extremely glad if you just read it and enjoy it. That would be amazing. But I know that some of you would really like to support, and I give you all the addresses that you need for that. This will also... Nah, this is not a way to evaluate if it's worth it. Absolutely not. I will do it extremely I will do it extremely happily for everyone, just because I want to do it, because it's an amazing project, I think. But what did I want to say? Oh yeah, I started there. Don't call me out like that. I talked about this on YouTube today in the chat, in the premiere chat, that you know what would be cool? If I could manage at any point in time. I mean, I'm still young, but what if this story could be the next big sci-fi story, and going strong, like for example Gene Roddenberry did? This would be amazing. Just a quarter of the success and the amount of stuff that Gene Roddenberry did. That would be life and world changing. Oh my god. don't even think about this. But yeah, this could be good. But therefore I do have to put a lot of work into that. Yep. So what do you think about it? You heard me rambling a lot now, about 20 minutes, I guess. I was talking about Astraea. What do you think? This is just the start, and we do have an awesome cover. Hey, you know what? Since we're not having a Captain's Coffee Table next week, so we're not having a Captain's Coffee Table next week. We're having a Scary Stream next week. Scary Stream next week, 1 p.m. Central European Time. Minimum 8 hours. What if I would show you the cover art right now? Would you be interested? Sneak preview for the cover art? Let's grind some coffee in the meantime. Twitch exclusive, exactly. Oh my god, why is this so loud? Where's my... Come on. Some water boiling. Let me see how I can do that. Let me see for a moment. Is that JPEG? Oh yeah, there it is. I'm glad I hooked up my PS3 today so I can watch full streams. PS3! Oh my god. Okay, give me a second. Where we got this? Window source. Pick. Okay. Exactly, there it is. Okay. Let me just wait for a second because the water is boiling at the moment. This is a little bit loud. Care to explain a bit more of the universe? Like, for example, is humanity already in the state of colonizing planets far, far away? Yeah, I could. Yeah, okay, wait. Give me a second because the water boiling is annoying in the background, I guess. Oh, I really need a coffee. Really need a coffee. Got my paper filters ready. Paper filter. Good. We're done. Okay. How far is humanity? Okay, humanity is in the universe that I'm creating. Humanity is that far that we have outposts at different moons or planets. We do have outposts. Not like we're colonizing complete planets, but we do have colonies. Not colonizing a complete planet, but like colony outposts. You know what I mean? It's like smaller and bigger outposts on planets, on moons, or around planets. So we're building structures in the galaxy, or in our solar system. We're building structures in our solar system. That's how far we are. Yeah, and this is the basic starting point where we start. Hey Codestone, welcome aboard. My shirt and cup have both arrived. Nice. Let me see. Oh wow, you got it in red. Oh. And you got the more three-dimensional one. Can you show a close-up picture of the print on the shirt? Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. In red. Wow. Oof. Music Man, welcome on board. What did I just want to tell you? Before Beats asked me something. Does anyone remember? Oh, Twitch exclusive! Exactly. I wanted to show you the cover art for Astraea. Oh, not there. So. The cover art for Astraea is this here. Ta-da! With the first title. Ta-da! How do you like it? Space Operations Delta novel, Astraea. You can't say that you don't like it. You don't have to say that you like it. I was a little bit skeptical when the first time I saw that. I was like, I don't know about it. But the more and more I look at it, it's getting better and better. Lars, thank you so much. Big shout out and salute to this fine cover art by Yerai Iberai. Or Yerai Iberia. Yeah, that's his name. Yerai Iberia on Fiverr. Amazing artist. He did that within 3 weeks. And it's a lot of stuff. It seems so simple. But damn, I have the Photoshop file, and this is so much work. This is so much work. It's amazing. I love it. Looks pretty sick. Oh, nice. And there's my real name, but yeah, you know. So, oh, I forgot to mention something. This is also Twitch exclusive. This will be not on YouTube. I forgot to mention something. 50 plus layers, not that much, but 20 plus. 20 plus layers. This is amazing. I forgot to tell you something. You will be, if you're a member of this community, if you're a member of Space Operations Delta, if you're a member of Space Operations Delta, you will be able to recognize a few names here and there. This will be interesting. This will be interesting. I do have more plans to integrate some of you into the novel. This could be really cool. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that you enjoy it to be part of a sci-fi novel. Some of you, not all of you. I cannot guarantee that every single one of you will get a spot in this story. In the story, yes. In the story, some of you will be crucial parts of the story. Some of you will be side characters. Some of you will be something else. That will be interesting. Like, this is a hard task. I have to tell you, this is an extremely hard task, because take for example a reader or someone discovers the story without knowing anything about Twitch or YouTube or whatever. Like, they're discovering the story, they read it, and they have to feel that whatever they read is they have to feel that whatever they read is making sense. So I cannot write something with just inside jokes. You understand? And this is actually a hard part to do so. But on the other hand, it's amazing to write it like that, because there are these inside jokes that you will understand, and not everybody that reads the story will understand. And it will be amazing to see. I hope that this someday happens. Just think about it. Someone discovers the stories, reads the stories. Let's say, for example, he jumps in at episode 8. Okay, 8 episodes already out there. Reads all 8 episodes. Sees, oh wait, there is a Twitch thing. Isn't Twitch about live streaming? Yeah, let's check that out. He's coming into the Twitch stream, and then he reads the names in chat, and he's like, are you kidding me? Like, what? No way. Are you? Whoa. This will be so great. I hope that this happens minimum one time. This will be amazing. So it has to make sense for everyone else, but we know where it comes from, right? will be amazing. I'm looking forward to this so hard. So hard. It will be so cool. Yeah. Hey Gelnak, welcome on board. This will be amazing. Very, very amazing. Like I said, some of you will be main characters, some side characters, side stories or whatever. Or something completely else that you would have never thought of. I have occasions to drop names in the story. Oh wow. This will be cool. But maybe, I don't know. Like I said, some of you will have to wait or will never come in there. But if you request, so let me be clear. If you request your name to be in the story, you're out. I don't like that. Understood? This is not how it works. You can pay me 1,000 euros per donations. That's not how it works. You sure? I have some interesting ways to get names in the story, into the story. Very interesting names. Very interesting ways to put names in the story. Sometimes, okay, so to be sure, there are also some people that will get a fictional name, but they are also there will be people that have a fictional name, but they are connected to a person in real life, but without the real name of the person in real life, you know. So there will be a connection when this person will recognize itself. The person will know who they are in the story, even if they even if they get a different name. But that will be obvious, so you don't need to guess or whatever. It will be somehow obvious. I don't want to do guesswork or anything. So, enough of Astraea. We're done. It will come out. This is it. This is the cover art for the first episode. And the first episode will be available later this month or at the start of next month. And just to show you the website again, spaceoperationsdelta.com. Let me see really quick. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, why is this so weird? Ah, okay, that's why. So, this is the website, spaceoperationsdelta.com. You can see there's a Twitch plugin running at the moment. You will also have the schedule underneath. And then, if you go down, you will see here it says Space Operations Delta Astraea. And exactly here, this will update itself on June the 1st, and there will be the first episode available on the main page, and you will be able to download it for free No need to make an account or no need to put in your email address or whatever. I don't care about all this stuff. Just download that thing, read it, enjoy it, share it, whatever, do whatever you like. Have fun with it. This is all I gotta say. Have fun with it. Why is this so dirty here? I don't see the dirt from this side. Anyway. Yeah, this will be available exactly there. SpaceOperationsDelta.com. Free for everyone. There you go. SpaceOperationsDelta.com. And all the other things where you can get more information or whatever. You can even contact the captain if you want to. There you go. Perfect. Good. Galnak, you missed the talk about Astraea, by the way. Are those people from the internet community or from your IRL life? From the community here. Here. You. Everyone in here. It will be Spaceman from Space Operations Delta. So that makes sense. There won't be IRL people. Well, there will be IRL references. But very few. Some of you maybe already guess who will be appearing in these episodes frequently. Maybe some of you can guess. That's exactly the opposite error name. That's exactly what I'm just trying to tell you. Anyway, the first coffee is done for today. Oh, can you see it? Yes, coffee is ready. So, cheers everyone. Captain's coffee table, first coffee, first and last, because last time I had a bad time sleeping, so I will keep it with one coffee, okay? Cheers. I hope that you waited for your coffee for now, that we can enjoy coffee together. Still the best coffee in the week. So, Elite Dangerous Odyssey. Let's talk about that. We got a very generous donation from Reverse Ninja last week. Or no, this week. It's Sunday. On Thursday, when I dropped that I want to play Elite Dangerous, and I bought it immediately after the stream. So we're going to have a look into Elite Dangerous Odyssey tomorrow. This will be, I hope this will be the start for some Elite Dangerous Odyssey playthrough, and maybe even a series of tutorials or whatever. Missions, showing tutorials or whatever. I hope that I can advance into this a little bit more. I tried to go this route with Space Engineers, but I have to admit that after 100 and almost 50 hours of Space Engineers, I still feel not capable enough of doing tutorials or explanations in Space Engineers. After 150 hours of X4, I felt like I knew 85% of the game. But in Space Engineers, I feel like I know about 40% of the game at maximum. So I had my plan was to do tutorials and playthroughs for Space Engineers, and I'm failing on this task because of myself, because I'm not capable of like grasping the game really at its core. I do have such a hard time with it. So that's why I need to get something else. And I feel like Elite Dangerous could be the next best thing to dive into next to X4. I'm talking about next to X4 because I feel like the guides that I did up until now are good and a lot. There are still a handful missing, but that's about it. We're talking about a handful that's missing. Like, for example, I still need to do rockets. I still need to do auxiliary ships. Maybe even making a new tier list for ships with the Terran ships now at hand. So there are not too many options, and the options that I have now left open are extremely hard to cover, and they will take up some time. And therefore, to doing something else additionally, I feel like maybe Elite Dangerous could be the way to go. Amended Man, hey, welcome on board. Saroon, welcome on board. Will you update X4 guides in future when new versions and features come around? Yes. Yes. 100%. I will still keep contact with Egosoft. I will still be at the front when there is something new to tell you. When there is a new feature, I will definitely cover that. When there is some massive change in something, I will cover that. If they ever change the repeat orders into something that is capable of providing your own stations with with stuff without the need of buying and selling, for example, I'm looking forward to making a video about that when this will be available. So it'll be the #1 priority video that I put out there. It's like, hey everyone, repeat orders now works for everything. Yes, that will be something that I definitely will cover. Go to every star system in the galaxy. What? And we'll always keep X4 Thursdays. Always is a hard word, but yes, I'm not planning to drop the X4 Thursday streams. The X4 Thursday streams is something that is crucial to this channel. This is a hard decision, you know. I'm talking about something like, if we would have only, this is hard, like if we would have only 10% of the persons coming to our X4 Thursday streams, I would definitely at this point ask myself if this is necessary anymore. But this is future, like there somewhere. Not going to think about this. At the moment, X4 Thursdays are crucial to this channel, and I will not drop them. I think I will not drop them. We will keep that until the next DLC. We will keep that with the next DLC. And after the next DLC, we have to see where Egosoft goes. Right? All the commanders playing in all the years of playing, only less than 0.1% of systems visited. Wow. So there's definitely enough room for us to get some... there's definitely enough room for us to get some new experiences in Elite Dangerous, right? And I still need to have a HOTAS for that. Thrustmaster, I have written you a few emails. Could you respond, please? I have written your vice president of worldwide sales. Could you respond, please? Anyone that is in contact with Thrustmaster, could you maybe tell them to respond, please? That would be nice. I feel like Thrustmaster is the way to go. I don't really want to knock at Logitech's door and like, hey Logitech, give me an X5 560, X56. Hey, Logitech. Hey, Logitech. Hey, give me X56. Logitech. Hello. Thrustmaster T16 1600. Oh, is it 16,000, right? Yeah. I hope the new content is better. I played weak and got bored with it, so I stopped playing it. Flying back and forth from station to station was not fun for me, my friends. I see. Yes. Codestone, I feel the same. I feel the same, and I think, like, if you take a look at the LinkedIn page from Frontier Developments, these are the publishers and also the developers of Elite Dangerous. Their LinkedIn page alone says that they have more than 500 people employed. We're talking about a company that has minimum 25 times the people that Egosoft has. Minimum. These are just the people that are that have an account on LinkedIn. So there will be more working for Frontier Developments, and I think that Odyssey as it is right now is just the start. Like, a lot of people complaining. I have read a lot of it. I saw the alpha footage. A lot of people said that if this is just the alpha footage, if that releases, it will be amazing. It's the same as the alpha. Not too much has changed, but I have hope that they are working on this really hard. Of course, the sale numbers will give them an indicator if they should work more on this or not. But I have to say that as a DLC, this is damn expensive. 35 euros as a DLC, this is damn expensive. Feels like buying a new game, and it should be a good game. So this was definitely an investment. Like I said, more than 500 people are working on Elite Dangerous, and I hope that they are putting the manpower into doing this a really good experience and making the planet and station landing. I think station landing is still a thing that they need to add, right? I hope that they advance on this and make it a good experience overall. So that's why I bought it. That's why I plan on going into it, because I feel that the development is going into the right direction. You will be disappointed. I'm not. They have other big titles they're working on. Okay. The DLC what feels like a beta still. Yeah, this is like a DLC that released as an early access, an early access. But I have never played it myself, so I will tell you about it tomorrow when we're going to jump into it and play 1 or 2 missions. I played Elite Dangerous right now a total amount of 7 hours. That's my experience. I played Elite Dangerous for 7 hours. That's it. I made a few jumps. I made a lot of loop of shames, and I landed on a handful of stations. And I was asking myself, what the hell am I doing here? But that's basically the same that I had when going into X4. So I will give this just a little bit of time. Yeah. A lot of players use what? I just didn't read it. A lot of players. Amended man. Want to read your stuff. A lot of players use keyboard and mouse. Others use HOTAS. Some use dual stick. Thrustmaster T16000 is probably the most common. Okay. Hey Daedalus, thank you so much. You're coming over from the premiere? Hey Daedalus. Thank you so much. Did something happen there at the premiere? which I'm not aware of. I know that I got 1 new member and a few new subscribers. Okay, that's it. Good. So do you know that there are memberships on YouTube? And that YouTube is just taking 30% instead of Twitch taking 50%? Yeah, that's the thing. But if you really want to support big time, Patreon, 7% total what they're taking, not more. Just telling you that. You see more and more these Patreon links coming because I feel like Twitch is going into a weird direction with everything they do. And I'm trying to be not as dependent on Twitch as I am at the moment. Trying to go some different routes. Yeah, Twitch is getting weirder and weirder every day. Every day. I don't know if you saw this, but we have a new category since 2 days. The category that I have never ever thought of would have a place on Twitch. What the heck are you doing there? Bezos is not making money with Twitch. Bezos is putting money into Twitch. He would be glad to just say, you know what, Twitch doesn't make any money. Shut it down. Keep the technology. Make something cool in AWS with it. Let's make a new enterprise level platform out of this. And just drop Twitch and save the money that we're losing there. Beach, yeah. Try out the missions on base stations on planets and how your frames are affecting your streaming and recording. Test that first. We'll test that live. That will be interesting. My recording and encoding and stuff and streaming works on CPU side. So my GPU has got 100% free resources. Got a 1080 non-TI. I hope that this is enough. For someone with I think it would be able to land on planets, build my own ships. But I fell asleep a few times playing it. Insomnia. What is that? What premiere is he talking about? Oh, Amended Man. Every Thursday X4 stream is going to YouTube as a premiere on Sunday. Premiere means that you will be able to chat throughout the video with other people. And it seems like a live stream, but it's not a live stream, it's a recorded video. But you're able to chat with each other. It feels like a video where you can live chat. A video with live chat. That's about it. On YouTube. It's a thing. A 3090 will not save you. That was on 3 p.m. Yeah, it was 1 hour late. I'm sorry. I was working on the YouTube video for the Admiral. The Admiral has got an own YouTube channel, and we were doing a YouTube video for her. And that took about 3 hours. Yeah. Took about 3 hours. Okay. Yeah, but Amended Man, we're talking about Odyssey. Not Elite Dangerous itself. Talking about Odyssey missions. Good. Yeah, Odyssey is the next thing. Cheers. And then we already talked about it. Oh, wait. That's why it's so weird. Ah. That's why it's so weird. Now you can read it again this year. Next thing we're going to talk about. Did you heard the Egosoft podcast? Egosoft podcast, the first podcast from Egosoft, which name was or whatever. Let me get this really quick for you. Oh my goodness, I like that. Anyway. Egosoft. Okay, here we go. Let me get this on stream. Inside Egosoft. Weird. Why is this? Huh? Eh? Oh my goodness. There it is. My goodness, finally. Here it is. Boom! Inside Egosoft. My god. This takes so much time. There you go. Inside Egosoft. That's the new podcast that Egosoft is putting out. I don't know how often they do this. But it's definitely a thing now. And there are actually there is one single episode here. Multiverse team sessions, which is pretty cool. So, as it states, in episode 1 of the Inside Egosoft podcast, we take a first detailed look at the new and improved online element of X4 Foundations. What lies behind the Multiverse team seasons, not sessions. A title, and how will X4 players experience it? Greg discusses this topic with Egosoft founder, CEO, and lead game designer Bernd Lehan. I didn't know that he was also the lead game designer, but that makes sense, actually. Note that although we only mentioned Steam in the episode, the Multiverse team seasons will, of course, also be available to GOG. Very nice. They talked about this. Twitch thinks this is a hostile message. What? Your fish are not swimming and your sculpture looks like it should be rotating. But okay, just cancel that here for a moment. This thing here, by the way, if you don't know this is the 1 billion high club or something from Star Citizen. I don't know. I'm just glad that this is from a game. I thought that this would be something worse, but hey, it's from a game, so we're game streamers, so I can use it, I guess. Anyway, going back to this here. Multiverse team seasons. So this is what they're calling their online feature. Online feature would be too much. Their single multiplayer feature. Yeah, the background should be moving around. Maybe I can get this as a movie or something, but I want to change this background completely. I want to get a background that's more like feeling like a coffee table, that also uses this shape here and uses it like a little bit more so that it looks like I'm sitting in there. But therefore I need an artist, and it's very, very hard to find artists out there. Artists that are not amateurs can do their work and are not, and that do not need loans to be paid. Anyway, yeah. So, Multiverse Team Seasons is the new feature that Egosoft calls their multiplayer feature. And in this Multiverse Team Seasons, you get tasks as a team which you need to fulfill in order to win the season. So there are a few things. First, you need to have a team. You can join a team with your Steam friends or GOG friends or whatever. I think this is by matchmaking on Egosoft website, because they said you need to register on their website in order to be able to participate. That means that everything database wise is going through their website. That means they're not relying on Steam on this. So this is good, because that means platform free engagement with other players. So if you play on GOG or if you play on Steam, that doesn't matter, because you register on their website and then you are registered. So you need a team which is registered on their website. If you don't have a team, you can get a random team. You can just click on select a random team and then you're in a team and you can play that too. Every single team will have tasks throughout the season, and by fulfilling these tasks, you get better for the end game. The end game is like a big fight, which is, I guess, a virtual fight. This is not an actual fight where you can fight with or whatever. So this is like a database fight. It takes place somewhere in their database and the result will be shown to you. So this is most likely like an O game style, a fight where your fleets crash and then afterwards you get a report on what happened. And to improve your fleet for the fight, you will need to fulfill some missions. There are different missions, they said. There will be venture missions where you need to send your ships in, and there will be missions that you can do in your game. So just like any other mission that you get from stations, you will get missions through the season, and these, if you succeed in these missions, that will boost your team. You need a Blender expert to make one you can sit in and it will be animated around you. Yes, exactly, Amended Man. I need an I need basically an artist that makes a lot of stuff for this channel. I have a lot of work for an artist. A lot of work. Maybe they will film it on their super server. Who knows? Maybe if it's a good fight, then they can put out a video on this. But at the end, it is what it is. It's a database fight and you will get the results as a report. I cannot think of anything else that they are doing. So don't expect X4 to be a multiplayer game. And actually don't expect X4 to be something completely new, because it will be a mix out of the single player X4 experience and O game. As far as I can guess. I cannot think of any other way that they're dealing with this than just putting everything into their database and then sending out updates to your client that reflects whatever happens to the database. Basically just the same as ventures. There will be also ventures. There will be also, they said, there will be also fights against other ships that will come through ventures into your universe. But of course, the other player will not have any influence on what these ships are doing. So these ships will be AI controlled. And the only way you can change the behavior of the ship is like giving it better pilots, giving it better crew, making it stronger, making this a stronger ship, sending other ships that are maybe unique. This is also a thing. The unique ships will be something in these seasons. They said that there won't be blueprints for these unique ships, which you can earn through these seasons, but you can also send them to these seasons. And of course, you can lose them. So if your team loses and you get like destroyed completely, I guess that's possible, you lose your ship. It will not come back. Maybe if you win, your ship will possibly come back. Yeah. Hey, Big Bang, welcome on board. Did you get an answer on the safe game share exploit idea? No. I didn't take a look. Let me see. Egosoft discussion. Where did I wrote? Did they answer? They didn't answer. I was asking a dev directly and he didn't answer. I was asking, who did I ask directly? Doc Ace. Doc Ace is a developer at Egosoft. I asked him directly, what about players exchanging their unmodded 10 billion full economy save games with friends and basically join the multiverse with the same save games? That was my question. I do not get an answer. There's no answer. Nobody else answered that either. Maybe I hit a maybe I hit a point with them. Maybe they're a little bit afraid to answer this, or I don't know. We'll see. That sounds like cheating. Exactly. That's why I asked that. That's why I asked this. So if you have a friend that has got a 100 billion, or even if you exploited your credits by doing this weird, if you get minus 100 credits, your account bounces up to 100 billion credits. Like, wasn't there something like this exploit? If you would have a safe game that has this exploit and you go into the multiverse seasons, I mean that basically that's cheating, right? Hey Wanderer, welcome on board. Waves a very early good morning to everyone. Personally, I think the whole ventures thing is wrong. You has always been single player and should remain that way. Yeah, it will still be. So there is no need to participate in these seasons. This is completely optional. They will need to use digital certificates to stop that from happening. Is it possible with the save games being signed? I have no idea. Hey Atley, welcome on board. I think that was fixed. Yeah, that was fixed, but what happened with the save games that you kept? And if someone has got these save games, what about sharing them with, for example, their teammates? This was the question that we had. I asked them directly in their Discord. They didn't respond, maybe because it was already 4 p.m. on Friday. So I will try to ask them that next week again and see if they are responding. And I will give you the answer on Thursday on the X4 stream, okay? Let's be honest, if people really want to cheat, they just use cheat engine. Okay. Safe games have a digital code at the end of the file, prevents tampering. We're not talking about tampering with the safe games. We're talking about you take your save game, you send it over to a friend, the friend opens up the save game, plays for maybe 10 minutes, saves again. Now it's their save game. You know? Now they have a completely unique save game, which is basically the same as the friend have sent them. You know? Is this then still vanilla? Or is that save game already modded? Actually, they should flag this save game then modded. And your game should be modded in this case. And when your save game is modded, you can't participate in the multiverse. So they somehow need to connect your game files with your save games. And if your save game is found in another game file directory, so if you send it over to someone else, this save game, you can play it, but it should be flagged as modded. Bug on Split Quest, give up for a bit and got addicted to Satisfactory. I know, wondering if you can do that with the save game being secured. I don't know. This is a question I have that's extremely viable for the multiverse seasons. We'll see. They start with a beta version of these seasons, and they said that these seasons will be very short when they do the beta, and that these normal seasons will take over, will take 1 month. So every single season will be 1 month, and but at the start they're doing a beta phase with just a week or maybe 2 weeks for every single season, so that they can check out stuff. And I think that if they are not responding, we should try that. We should try that, exchanging save games, maybe in the Discord server. Let's give everyone, let's try, and everyone jumps in with the save game. A team completely with the same save game. And this will show them how broken that is. Yeah, we break the rules. Why not? I mean, this is a beta phase. We need to show them that there is a flaw in it, if it is possible. If it is possible. Maybe it's not possible. Maybe they have read it. Maybe they already thought about this, and you can do it. But I think we have to try it. We have to try it, and tell them about whatever we have found. The bigger problem is the sharing having already occurred, hence it being difficult to retrofix. The fix will annoy them a lot since they want unmodified save games for bug checking, etc. What do you mean? I don't understand that, Evername. It's for science to improve the game, help the devs. Exactly, Manded Man. That's what the beta is for. I think we should give them. We should make them aware that this could happen. I never played the X series without at least one mod installed. Present in X4, I have 27 mods installed. Whoa. Would be interesting if they can detect that and we get banned for the season then. If we get banned for a 1 week season, so what? I mean, come on. Really? You had some fun. You had some fun trying it out. You get banned for a 1 week season in a beta phase? Who cares? Really? You can just play your game single player and whatever. I mean, we can do that completely open. We can do that official. I can send them a message. We are 5 people. We exchange the save games. We have all the same save game. We're trying to attend the season. Let's see what happens. That way, if they say yes, okay, give it a try, then I would say, yeah, of course. Let's go. Let's try it. If they say, if you do that, we ban your account from ventures completely. They will never do this, but if they would say this, then we're like, okay, let's not try this out. do it official. Let's just be completely open. Say them what we're trying to do. Give them the usernames that are participating, so that they can be sure these people know exactly what they do. We're doing this to help the devs. We're doing this to help the future improvement of the game. And I think we should be fine. Whenever there is a bug, they ask for unmodified saves to check using their tools. Yes, yeah. Would I sign up for SOD teams Discord? I don't know. We'll have to see when the feature will be more discussed, and when they know how to implement it or whatever. They said that there is already a website. An idea to prevent this: every save game in a team needs another start, so no one can share their file in their team. Oh, that would be hard. That would... Nah, I don't think, Lars. They're not doing this. Because if you want to change the team and they already have someone with that start, I don't think so. This would be like a fixed class in World of Warcraft or something that you never can change. I don't think they're doing this. It's possible that will be a way to prevent this. Yes, 100%, but I don't think they're doing this. So I have a note at the bottom of every message I post on their forums stating that I always use mods. My reports, opinions, as are from modded saves. I'll give you my mighty M minor fleet to crush. Pretty much anything goes. Dev bugs that can be exploited are for them to fix before release. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Isn't there already something they said on their website that there is? Didn't they already said that they have a new website or something? They said in this podcast that they have a lot of websites registered on their company, and that they're trying to use these websites. But yeah, there's nothing in there. X Universe news. Oh my goodness. Hello user. No, that's not that. Does anyone remember one of these websites? Error name you also have written or have watched this. Do you remember one of the websites they were talking of? By the way, just let me give Dutch some points. Yeah. Oh my goodness. There you go. Try to cheat the server using cheat engine. It was registered for X2 or X1 online. Yeah, X1 online, exactly. That was it. It was about the past idea of making an XMMO. I don't know the website anymore, but they have a new website. They said it's in there somewhere. Radio Public Podcast. I don't know why they are not on Apple Podcasts. I don't know why, but whatever. Yeah, by the way, and this is also a thing that I wanted to show you. This could be the app where I'm sharing the audiobook. Anchor by Spotify. This could be the app where I give you the audiobooks. If you see the top right corner, the small thingy there, top right corner, there's already the Space Operations Delta logo in it. It's already registered. Just saying. Can I show you my dashboard? Yes. Aha. This is already registered. Just a heads up. Just a heads up. It's there. Everything for the audiobook. Thank you so much, Aaron Name. Good. I feel like we have talked about a lot of stuff today. We talked about Astraea. We talked about Elite Dangerous, Odyssey. We talked about Egosoft, podcasts, and Multiverse. And that was good. There was a lot of info. Let me give you another info. Scary stream. Sunday next week, 1 p.m. Central European time. We're going minimum 8 hours, maybe 9 hours to 10 p.m. And that will be a scary stream. Dead Space 1. You voted for it. It's Dead Space 1. That will be the scary stream next week. Did anyone else vote again? No. I will give you all the information throughout the week. And yeah, that's it. I have Odyssey loaded but not played it yet. Yeah, me too. And that was odd. Like loading Odyssey took... You hearing me? Hello? I have some issues with upload. Loading Odyssey on Steam took me about 30 hours. That was so weird. It was downloading with 1 megabyte per second. And it is 65 gigabyte. Very weird. It was like the slowest download I've ever had on Steam. But whatever. Anyone else had this issue? Lots of mixed reviews. Yeah, because people expected something else. But 6 months from now, they will have mostly positive, I guess. I hope so. That's why I bought it, and I'm thinking that this game will develop good. That's why this could be the next thing to go next to X4. What's Odyssey? I think it was a dinner when we talked about this. Odyssey is the new DLC for Elite Dangerous. It's a DLC for Elite Dangerous that adds in first-person shooter elements into Elite Dangerous, with missions and stuff that you need to do on planets and stations and so on. Mixed reviews and quality. Several of my squadron are having a lot of server disconnects. Ah, okay. As always, this should improve throughout the time. I hope that they are not doing the same as this FPS that they tried to implement in EVE Online. You remember Squadron 42 or something? Wasn't that the name? I hope that they're doing it better. And that this will not die soon. I think that a lot of people have hopes about Odyssey. Yep. Did you ever play No Man's Sky? Yes. They just did something awesome. Community event that ends in a ship model from Mass Effect arriving and can be kept as a player fighter. Squadron 42 is Star Citizen. Oh, okay. Sorry. The one that I was talking about, that was on EVE Online, and they said that it's an FPS thing that you can play on consoles, and this is connected to your EVE Online thingy. That was weird. It never took off. It was completely weird. I've never heard of that. The last time I've played No Man's Sky was at the start of 2020. And I played it... I played it until the end. So, until you reach this end thingy. Eve Dust? Yeah, that can be it. It's an event in latest DLC, only active until... Okay. Cool. I think events is the way to go with No Man's Sky to keep their game interesting. That's a very good move. No Man's Sky is doing extremely good. Extremely good. Where's that? Onlineuniverse.net. Das ist der Traum von der Weltraumsimulation im Internet. Das ist der nächste Schritt der Evolution. Weiter ging es. Oh wow, they wanted to do an MMO. Amazing. They really wanted to do an MMO. They were even searching for investors. Wow. If Egosoft had done that, they could have. I think Egosoft could have been 10 times as big as they are today. Wow. Oh, that's cool. They wanted to do an EVE Online MMO style X game. Nice. Take a look at this website. If you're not German speaking, then definitely translate this whole website and read a little bit through this. This is interesting stuff. Wow. Thank you so much, Sarun. That's so cool. True Viking, thank you so much. I don't have anything to hydrate right now. Oh, wait. Paulada. Look at that. I'm doing this I'm doing this completely random, just a little bit hoping for sponsorship here and there. Thank you, True Viking. Cheers. I'd like to try No Man's Sky in VR, but apparently it's not well optimized. Yeah. Are one of very few developers who really show their love of their game, very connected to and involved with the player community. Frontier's not that group. Not in that group. Well. I don't know, like I'm connected with some of the community managers now on LinkedIn, and let's see how much connection they want to have with the community. If we start to play a little bit Elite Dangerous and we can keep the same numbers as X4, maybe they say hello. Who knows? Maybe they say hello. I hope so. I mean, Space Engineers, Keen Software, so the developer behind Space Engineers, they were already in our stream. They are part of Space Operations Delta. I mean, I forgot the name of the one guy that was there. He was a community manager, and they were there. Said hello. Maybe that happens with maybe that happens with Elite Dangerous too. Who knows? Germania. 10 times as big or completely destroyed if it didn't compete with EVE Online. Can you pause the stream for 3 minutes? I will get myself a coffee. Be right back. That's the thing. When you play games like in X4, it's obvious to definitely play the game and engage community. Frontier literally cannot be playing their game at all. Ouch. That's harsh. That's harsh. It's the same as Twitch. The people that are running Twitch do not watch Twitch. And that's my last statement for this. How about we take a small break? It's 10 minutes before... Hello? Why am I losing frames today so much? It's 10 minutes before 8 p.m. Hey, stream? Stream? Hello, stream? What is happening at the moment? Is there an upload or something? No, well, we're good. Anyway, let's take a small break. Take a small break, 10 minutes, and we'll be back with some gaming. We still need to destroy some humans. Are you down with that? Keen Software gained most of their players through YouTubers and streamers, so they think that content creators are an important marketing asset. Ah, well, that's interesting. Here also use Elite as a cash cow for other projects, unfortunately. Oh, it's a clock 10 minutes before 6 a.m. Monday. Oh, wow. Okay. You don't have to, it's just a shortcut. Okay, anyway, so we're taking a break, 10 minutes. I will move the stream equipment to the other side and we'll be playing some Destroy All Humans. And destroy all the humans. Okay, let's do this. Thank you so much for being here. That was fun, Captain's Coffee Table. I think this episode will go to YouTube, but on Captain Colin's VOD channel. You don't know Captain Colin's VOD channel? Well, check out the link on the normal Captain Colin's channel. If you scroll down, completely down, you will see that there is a Captain Colin's VOD channel. And there I will upload all the VODs in the future. Started with Jedi Fallen Order, Star Wars Squadrons, next is Destroy All Humans, and Captain's Coffee Table will also go on there. Thank you so much. We'll see us again in 10 minutes. See you soon. Thanks, and be ready to destroy some humans. Let's go. Go.